Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be going over my February budget for 2020. So let's go ahead and start with my overview page. So for my income, my salary actually changed a tad. I believe it's because of taxes and whatnot, but it increased by about 29 cents. So now it's $2,277.34. Miscellaneous, I'm not expecting anything, and rollover, I actually didn't roll over anything from last month. So my expected income total is just my salary. Okay. And the rest we will figure out as we continue with my budget. So this is the what is this called? Dashboard page. I don't have a quote yet. I do have it picked out. I just haven't printed and cut it yet. I haven't figured out my cash envelope breakdown yet either, but you'll see that in the cash envelope stuffing video. I have my goals, my extras, and my no spend days all set up though. Also have my weekly spread set up. So let's go into the actual budget. So for my debt, and even for all my bills, it's exactly the same as it is month to month. And actually, let me quickly zoom in just a tad so you can see it a little better. So again, these are always the same month to month, at least for now. So debt, $125, Metro, $56.25, Fidelity, $25 even, as well as savings. And then this brings my bills total to $231.25. And then since I have that number, I'm actually going to put it in my expenses here from my overview page. So this is $231.25. Okay, so for variable, my gas money, I'm going to budget $10 because it's actually not mine, it's my boyfriend's. I pay him a little bit each month. Pocket money, which is a relatively new category, I always do $10. Spending, 50. Stickers, I actually lowered to 35. And then Uber is still 30. So this brings my variable expenses to a total of $135 even. And then I'm also going to fill in this. So that's 135. Okay. So this is one of the goals. So I rearranged this from last month, actually. I used to have both of my goals on the bottom of my sinking funds page, but as you can see, there's really not that much more room. So I had all this extra room here last month, so I decided to split the two. So the first goal is paying off debt, which is on my baby step 2. And I always budget $125, so I'm just going to fill that in here. And then at the end of the month, if I can put any extra, that will be the actual amount. And then I'll show my overall balance at the end of the month. Okay, so now moving on to sinking funds. Excuse me. Most of these haven't changed, but as we get to them, I will go into it. So beauty, actually I didn't do my starting balances, which I should have carried over from last month, but I do have those numbers. I just haven't put them in yet. So I'm not going to do that now or on camera. You'll see them in my week 1 check-in, but I'll just go in with what I'm adding. So beauty is $20. Black Friday, Cyber Monday is $15. And if you didn't see my video last month, these little images on the side here, this month they're just flowers, I believe peonies. That indicates that they're a cash envelope, is what that symbol means. Clothes is $20. Colton is also $20. Costco is always $2.50. Crafting is $20. And I believe I lowered that from last month. Donations is always $7. UC sub is $15. Erin Condren is $20. And I'm actually thinking about just combining these two. Excuse me. into one category, and then whatever's left over of the EC sub that I didn't spend will just go into the Erin Condren fund. But we'll worry about that another time. Florida Park Pass is always $250. Gifts, I think I changed, but I'm not sure, but that's $15. I did add Global Entry. I'm planning on going a trip in next year, an international trip. And since Global Entry comes with TSA PreCheck, and I wanted TSA PreCheck anyway, I figured for an extra, I believe, $20 maybe, I also get Global Entry since Global Entry comes with TSA PreCheck. So I decided to get that, but I need to save up a little bit for that before I get it. So that's $10. Medical is $10. National Park Pass is always $350. My parents' gift, which is also relatively new, that's $25. Passport renewal, which also triggered my desire, I guess, for Global Entry. I need to renew my passport. That's up next year. So I'm starting to save for that since I believe it is $110 or so. So I'm saving $20 this month for that. Scuba diving is $10 as always. Susan's wedding, I bumped up this month to $150. I believe last month it was $125. Technology is $55. Usually it's $50, but one month I had to do $45, so I've been awkwardly having $5 less than an even like 50 multiple. So I decided to add 55 so I can get back on track with that. And Vicky's wedding is $20. So all of this adds up to $460.50. And I'm going to add that to my overview page. So sinking funds, what was it again? Oh, 460, 50. And I'm actually going to adjust that with some whiteout. Okay. 460.50 for the sinking funds. And then again, like my debt goals, Susan and Brandon's wedding, which is right here, I'm adding $150 this month. And then if I can do any extra, I'll adjust that. And then I'll adjust my overall balance later. So moving on to the next page is the weekly check-in, which I do those 4 times a month. So that is all set up already. And then now is my joint expenses. So, and I don't have my February joint budget set up yet. So this is all you'll see for the joint, but during my check-in for week 1, I should have it done by then. So I can show you what it looks like then. So Amazon Prime, and this is just my half of the joint, not the total amount, is $5. AT&T is $25. Date night is $75. FPL, which is our electric bill, this month it was $20.08. Again, my half. Geico, which is our renter's insurance, is $6. Groceries, as usual, $175. Holiday, which is a newer sinking fund, is $10. Household, $50. Hulu is $336. Peru, as always, is $150. Rent, again, as always, is $850. SunPass, which is a new sinking fund, is $15. Travel is $50. And our TV antenna, which is an expense, not a sinking fund, we didn't purchase it last month, so I'm making a new one this month for $15. So that total adds up to, actually I need to do the math here really quickly. $1,449.44. So again, I'm going to add that to my overview. So that's $1,449.44. So that completes the expenses category. So I'll do the math really quickly. But first, I just wanted to show you a new section in my budget, which is transfer amounts. Since again, my boyfriend and I opened a joint account last month, we have to make some transfers for bills. I don't have the amount calculated yet, but I do know that we actually did transfer everything. So I can go ahead and check these off because I calculated it previously, but I can't remember the amount. I have it written down somewhere. I'll fill it in later. But this is just the 3 options about who transfers to who. So I want to keep track of that to make sure that the money is where it's in the money is in the correct account. So that was a new category that I added that I wanted to show you. So let's finish up with the calculations here. So let's see. So these are all of my outgoing expenses. So 231.25 plus 135 plus 460.50 plus 1449.44. So my total expenses is $2,276.19. So my income minus my expenses should be my expected debt snowball. So the difference between these two, as you can see, it's very minimal. My expected debt snowball is only $1.15, but that is a little bit more than it was last month, so that's good. And I like to bring it as close to 0 as possible. And so if it's anything under $5, I just leave it because I'm not going to add a random number like that to one of my categories. But if it's $5 plus, I'll add an additional 5 or 10 as needed to a category to bring it down again as low as possible. So I'm okay with that number. So that was all for my February budget. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.